Part 1. The Beginning of a Storm. Introduction. We've all heard his name, we've seen his face on TV, we've watched him thunder and fly across the track. Usain Bolt, the fastest man in the world. But have you ever wondered how this miracle became possible? Was he born superhuman? Or was it a result of experiences, pain, and lessons that we all can learn from? Faster Than Lightning isn't just the autobiography of a runner. It's a life story that teaches us that victory doesn't just happen on the track, it happens in everyday life. This is the story of a mischievous schoolboy who became the greatest name in Olympic history. Chapter 1. I was put on this earth to run. Sometimes life hits us with a shock that changes our mindset forever. One night in April 2009, a quiet highway in Jamaica, and Usain Bolt, driving his BMW M3 with friends. He wanted to watch a Champions League match, and that hurry pushed him to take a risk. Suddenly it started raining. The road became slippery. And then Bolt lost control of the car. The tires skidded, the car flew into the air, like a washing machine flipping over. And then, silence. The car crashed into a ditch. But a miracle happened. Bolt and his friends survived. No serious injuries. But the accident shook Bolt to his core. For weeks, he kept seeing the wrecked car on TV. And every time he thought to himself, I wasn't just lucky to survive. I was saved. For the first time, he felt it clearly. God sent me to this earth for one reason: to run. That was the day Usain Bolt understood the true meaning of his gift. Chapter 2. Walk like a champion. Being a real champion isn't just about medals or fame. A true champion is someone who wins people's hearts with their character. When Bolt was a child, his father often taught him one thing: show respect to everyone. Young or old, always say good morning. At that time, Bolt found it strange, especially when people didn't even reply. There was one old lady who always stared at him and never smiled. One day, Bolt made up his mind. I won't say good morning to her anymore. And as soon as he saw her, he ran away. But that evening, when he reached home, he saw the same woman talking to his father. His father grabbed his shirt angrily and said, I'm very disappointed in you. That day, Bolt learned an important lesson. Respect isn't given to get something in return. Giving respect is the true mark of a champion. Chapter 3. My biggest enemy. Myself, in every person's life, the biggest enemy isn't someone else. It's their own fears, habits, and attitude. Usain Bolt was no exception. Every time he stepped on the track, he would come first. His school teachers were amazed by his speed. They decided he should now get professional training. But there was a problem. Bolt hated training. He loved playing basketball, cricket, and just having fun. More than running. One day, he was selected for a local championship. He thought winning was in his pocket. But that day, an ordinary-looking boy beat him, a boy who practiced every single day. That defeat filled Bolt with rage, but deep inside, he admitted for the first time, my biggest enemy is no one else. It's my own carelessness and laziness. Starting wasn't easy. Bolt still tried to avoid training. He didn't know how to motivate himself. And then one day, he began watching old Olympic winners on TV. Their effort, their passion, their fire, Bolt felt it for the first time. This isn't just a race, this is life. He began training, slowly, daily, with heart. And the next time he faced that same boy on the track, Bolt didn't just beat him, he defeated himself too. Chapter 4. Where ordinary people tremble, a champion smiles, pressure and fear. These two things live in every athlete's heart before a race. But a champion, he turns them into fuel. Bolt was selected for the World Junior Championship. At first he was excited, but as the race day approached, fear started to creep in. What if I lose? What if I let my country down? One day he sat silently outside his house. His mom and grandma came to him. His mother gently said, just finish the race, son. We'll always be proud of you, no matter the result. There were tears in Bolt's eyes. For the first time, he realized trying is more important than just winning or losing. Race day came. Thousands were screaming. Bolt's heart was pounding. He was behind at the start. But then, it felt like something pushed him forward, showed him the way. He ran with all his strength, with all his heart. And when he crossed the finish line, he had become the fastest junior in the world. Chapter 6, A Champion's Heart. A rock-solid mind, running fast doesn't make you a champion. A real champion has the courage to rise again after a fall. Helsinki World Championship. Cold winds, rain, and a wet track. Bolt was ready, filled with confidence. The race began, and he surged ahead. But suddenly, his hamstring pulled. Severe pain, everything changed in a second. He couldn't win now, but he didn't leave the track. He kept walking, kept jogging, and finally he crossed the finish line in last place. After the race, Bolt went straight to his coach, ashamed and heartbroken, but the coach was smiling. He said, "You didn't win today, but today you showed why you're a champion." That day, Bolt understood something for the first time. Winning isn't everything. The real strength is to stand tall even after you fall. Chapter 7. The Discovery of the No-Return Moment. Sometimes a painful turning point is what defines the direction of our life. For Bolt, that turning point came after a defeat when he discovered he had scoliosis, a curvature in the spine. Running with it wasn't easy, and winning almost impossible. In the tournaments that followed, he kept facing injuries, fatigue, and losses. Once again, his hamstring pulled and he was ruled out of the race. But what shocked him the most, people began to get angry at him, as if he had shattered all their hopes. Bolt began to break down inside. He thought to himself, "Am I not who I used to be? Have I lost that spark?" That's when his coach stepped in and said one powerful thing. "This is your no-return moment. Now either give up because of pain or embrace the pain and create history." His coach taught him, "When your body screams while running, don't stop. That's when the real race begins." From that day, Bolt made a promise. He would no longer just be a racer. He would become the master of his own body. Chapter 8, Pain or Respect. They say, Vanuam, no pain, no respect. To earn respect, you must walk the path, where every step hurts. And now, on that path stood Tyson Gay, a sprinter so fast he started haunting Bolt's thoughts, even in his sleep. Bolt's body was beginning to give up. Every day, back pain, muscle pulls, exhaustion. But his mind refused to stop now. That race in New York, the day he made a decision, "I won't look at the clock, I'll only look at the finish line." The race began. Bolt's body felt light like air. There was fire in his stride, a fire born from the hunger for respect. And then he came in first. He defeated Tyson Gay. But the victory wasn't just for himself. He set a new world record, and that day he learned, when you make peace with pain, the entire world salutes you. Chapter 9, Go Time, Just Run. Now Bolt wasn't just fast. He was officially the fastest man on Earth. But the real war was just beginning. Olympic gold, Beijing Olympics. Bolt had studied every competitor, learned from every loss, endured every pain. And now he had only one goal: gold. On race day, he was completely calm. No anxiety, no arrogance, just one belief. This race is mine. The starting gun fired, Bolt ran. There was a slight stumble, but within a second, he was back in rhythm. And then, he blazed like lightning. 100 meters, 9.69 seconds, another gold, another world record. The crowd erupted in joy. Bolt went wild with happiness. He wanted to run straight to his coach, but an official pulled him aside. "You have to pose with the clock. You've made history." And in that moment, Bolt realized, I've broken my own limits. I'm not just a racer anymore. I've become a legend. Chapter 10. Now get what's yours. Sometimes we imagine what victory will look like. But true victory is the one we create, with our own fire, our own effort. Bolt had already won gold in the 100 meters. But for him, the race wasn't over yet. His dream was the 200 meters. The 100 meters was his coach's idea. But the 200, that was Bolt's dream, his emotion, his goal. The race began, the gun fired, and Bolt exploded off the line. No one was even close behind him. He flew and broke the world record in 200 meters too. But the story didn't end there. He also won gold in the 4 by 100 meter relay. At the Beijing Olympics, he won 3 races, set 3 world records, and shook the world. Bolt had now achieved everything that was once just a dream. Chapter 11. The Price of Victory. When you reach the top, the world watches your every move, judges you, even doubts you. After winning 3 gold medals during an international press conference, a reporter asked Bolt a question that shook him to his core. Have you used drugs or performance boosters? Bolt's blood boiled. He replied, I earned this speed with 7 years of hard work. I don't have a shortcut. Bolt realized victory doesn't just come with applause. Sometimes you have to prove your honesty too. Chapter 13. A flash of doubt, a lifetime regret. 2011, Daegu Stadium, South Korea. Bolt was tired, relaxed, and had been taking training a little lightly. But one mistake took away his entire race under the new rules. One false start, and the athlete is immediately disqualified. Bolt got nervous, and before the gun went off, he jumped. That was it. The referee disqualified him. Millions were watching, cameras were rolling, and Bolt sat on the trackside, head down. He later said, that was the saddest moment of my career. But that night, he found a new fire inside. Never again. From now on, only focus, only hard work. Chapter 14. This is my time. Bolt always knew. No champion is made overnight. It takes time and even more effort. One day, a new boy joined his training camp. And right in front of Bolt, he said, one day I'll break your world record. Bolt didn't stay silent. He replied, win in juniors first, then talk. That boy lost in juniors, and Bolt said in front of everyone, no one becomes a superstar overnight. I didn't reach here just like that. I won every race, endured every pain. If anyone wants to beat me, they'll have to go through everything I went through. Bolt had understood, this is my time, and I won't give it up that easily. Chapter 15. I am legend. A champion is not just someone who wins. A legend is someone who becomes the standard itself. 2012, London Olympics. The world had one question on its mind. Can Bolt repeat history? USA's Justin Gatlin and Jamaica's own Johan Blake were ready to challenge him. But Bolt knew, this time it's not just about winning, it's about becoming a legend. Just before the 100-meter race, fear crept in. The fear of a false start, like the one that cost him earlier. He closed his eyes and said to God, just be with me today. I'll handle the rest. The gun fired. Bolt took off. Slow at first, then faster, and faster still. And in 9.63 seconds, he broke the Olympic record again. Then he won the 200 meters and the 4 by 100 meter relay. In the post-race interview, he ended it all with one line, I am a living legend. No one can challenge me. Chapter 16. Rocket to Russia and beyond. Some victories don't just stay in memories, they deserve something you can hold in your hands. After his 2012 win, Bolt wanted a keepsake. He told a staff member, I want to take this relay baton home. The staff refused. It's against the rules. You'll be disqualified from future races. Bolt hesitated, almost gave up. Then suddenly, someone from the stadium shouted, Bolt deserves it! And just like that, they gave him the baton. Bolt smiled, like a child who just got his favorite toy. He went on to run more world championships, kept winning, kept running, because he knew his race wasn't over yet. Conclusion, be your own legend. Usain Bolt isn't just a name, he's an inspiration. His story tells us that. You may start small, but if your dreams are big, you will reach your destination. Bolt showed the world that talent isn't enough. You need heart, passion, and unshakable belief in yourself. He kept defeating his own limits, until he reached a height where the entire world looked up to him. So if you're working hard right now, if you stumble sometimes, don't stop, because maybe you are the next Usain Bolt in your own race, on your own track, becoming your own legend.